Good morning. It is 4:44 a.m. Number synchronicity. Pretty cool. And it is the first day of winter solstice. Yule. So I'm gonna make some coffee and then we will have a little chat. Okay. Now for the magical part. I'm gonna add some coffee creamer to my coffee, and then I'm gonna stir clockwise 3 times while saying my intention for the day, and I'm using a chopstick to stir my coffee. Magical. It's peppermint mocha. It's delicious. Hello, welcome to my garage and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I'm Maddie McKaylee, for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who follow me, thanks for following, thanks for checking out my new channel. So I've wanted to start this YouTube channel for a really long time. I've posted on YouTube many times before. I've had channels in the past. You can probably find old videos on YouTube if you really search. But I really wanted to start fresh and start new with this channel, and I'm going to talk about why in this video and sort of my plan for the future. Where do I start? Where do I start? I'm currently living in Maple Ridge, BC with my boyfriend and his daughter and my best friend, our roommate, and things are great. But I feel like I really need to get myself back on track, get myself moving forward again. And I don't know, I just feel like the past couple of years have been such an insane roller coaster that I've got myself to a really low point, and I'm really ready to get the fuck out of the low point, you know? I want to fix up my life and all the shit that's been happening. Like, I guess I should start at the beginning, hey? Probably. So I guess I'll start with 16-year-old me. 16-year-old me, high school student, living life, loving it, great. One day, my older sister asked if I would be on a reality TV show with her. And we had to audition for the show, but the only way she could audition was if she had like a teammate, family member do it with her. So she asked me to do it. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's audition for this show. And we ended up booking it. We booked the show. This was my first like real TV acting job, I guess, even though it wasn't really acting, kind of was. Anyways, besides the point. So my sister and I get flown down to Toronto to be on this TV show. And that's where I met my ex. I had a boyfriend at the time, like a high school fling boyfriend, but I met this guy there on the TV show and I was like smitten like a kitten. When the show was done, my sister and I flew back home and I continued talking to this guy who I had met on the trip. Another thing that happened when I got back from the show, this is when I got Slick, my hairless cat. If any of you have been following me for a while, you will have seen pictures of my baby. Love that cat. So anyways, I get back from the TV show, I get my cat, and I'm now texting this boy who I met on the trip. My boyfriend from home, we broke up, and I just kept texting this guy who I had met on the show. He lived hours away from my hometown, so it's not like we were seeing each other because we were like kids, but we would talk all the time. We were super close. So a few years go by, not a few years, like a year goes by of us texting and talking, and then one day he tells me we cannot be friends anymore. We're not allowed to talk anymore because he has a girlfriend and blah blah blah. So whatever, I was sad about it, but I moved on with my life. Then I started dating this other guy in high school. At this point I'm in grade 12. We just started dating out of pressure from our friend group. We actually didn't even really date. We just went to a Valentine's Day dance together and then started hanging out because, like I said, our friend group really pressured us to be together. So we started hanging out, and this guy was super into bodybuilding. That was like his thing. And I said to him one day, I was like, I think I want to try bodybuilding. I want to get into it. And he tore a strip off me, let me tell you. He was all, you don't have what it takes. You'll never make it as a bodybuilder, blah, 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 blah. So I broke up with him. I was like, F you. I will be a bodybuilder. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I drove home that night after we broke up and walked into my living room and said, Dad, I want to do a bodybuilding show. I'm doing it. We looked into it. I got to training, and a year and a half later, I competed in the provincial bodybuilding show and I won the overall title. So that was great. I successfully completed my goal. And then I didn't really know what I was going to do with my life after that, because I was graduated at this point. I had just committed the whole year after graduating to training, working out 12 hours a day. Not 12 hours a day, but pretty much. Just didn't know what I was going to do. So I decided I was going to go to college. I went to the Center for Arts and Technology in Kelowna, and I just hated the program. I didn't get along with the teachers very well. I didn't like the curriculum. It was a very, very old school approach to the fashion industry. So I ended up quitting the program after the first year of schooling, started looking into other schools down in Vancouver. I always thought it would be super cool to go to a fashion school in Vancouver, but just didn't think it was realistic for me to move at the time. I was only 18. But the following summer, that boy from my childhood who I met on the TV show showed back up in my life, and we started dating. So I moved down to Vancouver. I thought it was going to be great because I was excited to go back to school and be living in the city and have new opportunities. But it just definitely didn't work out for us. The first little bit was great, of course, like in every new relationship. We just were not good partners. It wasn't a good partnership. So our relationship fizzled and died over a 3-year period. And it was super hard because I had a lot of expectations going into it, and moving down to the city, I was super disappointed in the way everything panned out. But you know, it is what it is. During that time, in the 3 years, I had gone back to fashion school. I did another year at JCI in Gastown, and I loved it. It was great. I met my best friends there. And I booked another acting job. I worked on Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, for 2.5 years, which was an amazing, or 2 years, which was an amazing experience. I can make a whole other story time video about that if you guys are interested, because there's a lot that I'd love to talk about. But yeah, and then my poor beloved kitty passed away at the end of that relationship, and that was kind of the final straw. It was like, I felt like I had nothing left at that point, so it was time to move on. And I thought I was going to actually move home back to Kelowna after our relationship ended, but my parents convinced me to stay in the city and keep chasing my own dreams, and they helped me stay down here for a little bit longer, and I'm so grateful for that because I met my soulmate, my now partner, down here in the city, and I'm living with him now, and things are great. But I just feel like I haven't been the best version of myself for my new partner. I feel like I met him at a super low point in my life. He just deserves a better version of me. He deserves the version of me that's super motivated and goal-oriented and is, you know, working towards building a better future. For the past little while, the past year of my life, I feel like I've just been floating and surviving. So that's kind of where I want to start with this channel. I want to take you guys on the journey with me of getting my shit back in order, you know? I used to be super motivated. I have completed a lot of things in my life that I really wanted to do, and for the past year I haven't really done anything. And I have to be easy on myself because it's been a freaking global pandemic for the entire past year, but I'm just over it, you know? I'm frustrated. I need to do something with my life, I guess, and this is what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to make a YouTube and post content about fitness and spirituality and vintage and fashion and just all of the stuff that I'm into. I want to share that with you guys. And it's been hard. Like, even the past couple years when I was single and when I was with my ex, I just had zero motivation to make content and make art like I had been doing my entire life. For years, I was like doing my shit. I was popping off, you know, living that life. And then moved down to Vancouver. Shit got crazy. I got kind of depressed. And now I'm ready to get back on my shit again. And that's the plan, you know? So it's the first day of winter solstice. It's a good day for fresh beginnings. It's a good day to manifest some shit. It's a good day to be a witch. Cheers to that. So my next video that I want to make, I want to take you guys through my like reset process, my remotivation process. I haven't done this in a couple of years, but I need to outline my goals. I need to make a new vision board. I need to fill out my bullet journal. I just need to get on top of my shit, you know? So I want to take you guys on that journey with me. And I also want to do a couple more story times and go a little bit more into depth about the shit I talked about in this video. One thing specifically is I'd love to do a story time about how I met my current partner and the story behind that, because I completely manifested him. It was the craziest thing. It's a really crazy story, but like literally word for word manifested him in under 24 hours. It's a really great, I'll save it for a whole other video. Comment below if you want me to make that story time. I don't really know what else I want to say. All I want to say is that I've been frustrated with myself and with my lack of motivation, my lack of energy, and just allowing external forces to really drag me down. I'm ready to climb back out of that rut. I'm ready to build a better life, build a better future for not only myself, but my partner and the family we want to build together in the future. I don't know, let's do some Yule stuff outside. I'm gonna manifest some good stuff for this following year and shake off the 2020 and the previous couple of years. I'm just ready for a new me, you know, ready for a fresh beginning, ready to be the best version of myself. And I think taking you guys on that journey is not only going to keep me accountable, hopefully it's inspiring for somebody out there. Hopefully we can learn some things together. I wonder what time it is. It's still pitch black outside. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sitting with me. I'm gonna go make a little fire outside and make some manifestations and offerings to the universe. Okay guys, here we are in my front yard. It's still pitch black outside. Some cars might drive by, so sorry about that. But I'm gonna build a little offering here in our front yard. So let's do it. So I'm gonna start with my cauldron and place it in the center. Can you see it? Perfect. Next, I'm gonna place a green candle inside. I'm using green because I want to bring back the spring. That's the whole point of doing these offerings, is to bring back the light, bring back the spring, since today is the longest, darkest night of the year. But I'm also using green because green helps a lot with like prosperity and new beginnings and just all the stuff that I talked about earlier. So I'm gonna put a green candle in the middle. And then next, all around the candle, I'm gonna put all these sticks, which these sticks are from Dakota's Christmas tree last year. So these sticks are essentially our Yule log. Okay, next I'm going to put these evergreen branches around to symbolize the ongoing of life and prosperity for Mother Nature. Sorry about all the cars. It's literally like 6 in the morning. I'm surprised there's this many people ripping around. Okay, next I'm going to sprinkle mugwort and ground sage, mugwort and sage all around the altar as well as inside the cauldron so that it can burn along with the sticks. I hope the sticks burn because they're kind of wet from the snow, but you know, we're doing our best here, okay? This is budgeting last minute, which celebrates solstice. All right, next I'm going to add these dried flowers. It's dried baby's breath that I picked last spring, and I think burning these flowers from the spring during this winter equinox are gonna help bring the new spring. So I'm gonna add these into the cauldron so that they can burn in the sacred fire. Okay, and now lastly, I'm going to make my offerings to the goddess. I'm going to offer, I have cinnamon sticks. I have a bunch of hazelnuts. I have a bunch of sliced apple. And I have a little glass of pomegranate juice. I would have loved to have offered some oranges and also some cherries, but I'm working with what I got. So we got hazelnuts, apples, pomegranate juice, and cinnamon sticks, which I think is really good. So I'm gonna go add those and then I'll show you the altar. Okay, it's ready. Okay, here's the altar I've built. We've got pomegranate juice, hazelnuts, apples all around, a circle of sage and mugwort, evergreen cinnamon, and all of our stuff inside. I'm gonna light the candle and some of the offerings and do a little bit of manifesting. Feel free to join me if you'd like. Happy Yule! Okay, we've got our altar burning, candle burning. It was pretty hard to get those offerings to light because, like I said, everything's a little damp from the snow. Anyways, thank you for joining me in this video. Thank you for listening to me rant and ramble. I'm already feeling a lot lighter, getting all that stuff off my chest, and building this altar was totally what I needed. I'm really excited to start fresh and you know, moving into 2021 out of this crazy year of 2020. I'm looking forward to really fresh beginnings and building an incredible future with my partner and our family and with you guys. So please subscribe if you want to be on this journey with me. And yeah, thanks for watching. Happy solstice, happy Yule, and enjoy the winter. Stay warm. Thanks, guys.